Good evening. Welcome to everyone. I hope you are well. Welcome to the Mancunian Way. My name is Martin. And we have got 6 of the best. Let's hope there is no moaning Nellies in the chat tonight. Because we've got one on the panel. There's one on the panel who I will read out his comments and his messages during the game telling me how hopeless Manchester City were.
Defending, they weren't the best at times. Jesus Christ! But we can't whinge up Mr. Haaland and Mr. De Bruyne because those.
I can't help people who need to go to an old folks' home.
Listen,
it's getting to that point.
Let's Martin. Do you know what? We score our first goal today, and within 20 seconds of scoring that goal, my phone's ringing. Martin, ringing me from England. And he's going, Nunes. Mate, he had that much space. He had the freedom of Hertfordshire to pass that ball to Kevin De Bruyne. The defender was that far off him.
Alan, if anyone has got space in a old people's home in Melbourne, please get in touch.
I've got a better idea.
Space for Alan.
Alan, do you fancy coming on pre-season with me this year?
Oh yeah,
because one of the matches is in Orlando, so I'm more than happily obliged to drop you off at Boca Raton in a nice old folks home on the way. Okay.
And he's gone. Alan Glasgow. Good evening, Pat. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Yeah. Happy days after all that. I think I couldn't bring myself to actually think that there would still be people that have some form of a meltdown from today's performance, but. Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland certainly put my mind at ease about anything and everything, both today and leading up to the weekend. So yeah, I can't be any more happier than what we did today, to be honest.
Yeah, and we will talk about Jack Grealish as well because I did get some info as going along. Away fans, word unreal tonight, outstanding. Alan and Jack are having a go at the medical staff for allowing Jack to play. Great performance result. On to the next one. Hindsight is 2020. Injuries happen. I agree with what Martin said on LB channel. It was a way to get in minutes. It is, yeah. It is what it is. I hope the panel let Alan speak more tonight. Same. I would prefer Jack rather than Docky with Sunday against the Rags. Martin still not allow it. Yeah. Pat, yeah. Are you all right, mate? You're like blurring in and out a lot at the moment.
Am I?
Yeah, I don't know why. Nunes is lightweight and turned his back on their first goal, says Alan. Jesus, I can't even believe it. I can't even believe we're trying to criticise the first worldie from Luton Town.
Mate, Nunes was about 10 yards off him. What was it? Where was the press? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was time.
I'd like to press you. Hello, by the way, if you are from XLB, welcome over to the channel. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're enjoying these little pre-match shows that I'm going on with LB. They will be on the regular when we're away. When we're at home, I can't make them. When is Grealish coming back? No news of yet. Way too early. He'll have to go and possibly
Martin, I'll tell you what, the medical staff want shooting for allowing him to play. They really do. They have to take some blame there. They really do. Now he's going to have an operation, probably.
Bloody hell. Alan's got his diploma in being a doctor now. He's a surgeon.
But, mate, do you know what I mean? He should have said, no, you rest him for a few weeks and then play. No. Rushing back. Medical team needs to have a voice. And I'm sorry, but that was silly. Absolutely silly.
DC disagrees with Alan and she thinks Nunes was good.
Really? Okay.
Alan, sorry, mate. You're totally in the minority tonight. It is. I'll be straight with you now. It's starting to become a little bit of an agenda here.
Oh, okay.
But
mate, you should have heard Martin on that phone call, laughing and carrying on, and Nunes.
Yeah, Haaland was off for 2 months.
Wait to ring me, eh?
Sorry, Alan. Haaland was off for 2 months. People forgot tonight. He reminded them. Yeah, he's been off for 2 months. Grandma died. Yeah, I think he's back now.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I tell you what, if he hadn't scored them 5 goals, Kevin De Bruyne was absolutely, definitely man of the match as far as the way they played. He was superb today.
Haaland was still mad about David Pleat's silly dance. I won't tell you what, mate.
I was there that day. I was there that day.
Tell you what, should we just go, Pat, and leave this to Alan?
Yeah. Dr. Reichs, Marshall Allen, the floor is yours.
Oh, go on, man. Sorry, Martin. Sorry. Ah, there we go. Well, I thought Kevin De Bruyne was unbelievable today. Obviously, Haaland scored the 5 goals, which obviously will make him man of the match, but you've got to give it Kevin De Bruyne. He was superb. I thought that City played well and then had lapses of concentration during the game, especially at the back, where I thought occasionally they were kind of sloppy and obviously conceded 2 goals. I must admit, there was everyone in the pub got Cityitis when they went 3-2. And we all thought, oh, no, here we go. But fortunately, we had Kevin De Bruyne on the pitch and Mr. Haaland to make sure we don't fuck up, which we could have done knowing City. But you got to be pleased with that. You got to be pleased. And Martin couldn't wait to get hold of me after that first goal. Oh my! It was literally, I started laughing as soon as that phone rang, and but it was great. It was brilliant. You know, you got to. I'm happy because we scored some goals today, which should lift our confidence in front of goal, and Mr. Haaland's confidence will be brilliant. It'll be a lot better. You can't argue with that. And here he is. Here's Martin. What do you think, Martin?
Chroma Base, thank you for your 199 super chat, mate. Of Nunes is spamming in the chat, Alan.
Is it good?
Anyway, Pat, what did you think of starting lineup? Strong one.
Yeah, more inspiring than Alan's words just then. But yeah, look, I was very happy with the lineup. I was actually really happy to see Rodri not starting. You know, and I think Kovacic's form is giving everybody a bit of confidence, knowing that we can do that as well. Otherwise, yeah, strong back four. Was happy with the back four certainly. Especially Luton can play well on a break, so it was good to see Walker in there. Yeah, but no, I was happy with the fact that we were going with quite a strong lineup. Yeah, look, you know, I mean, there's obviously resting players for the weekend, but you know, I like the fact that we did go relatively strong. We didn't try to play down to our opposition by maybe putting on like Oscar Bob or Rico Lewis or anything like that. I was really happy with what we had out there, and I mean, it obviously proved after 90 minutes. But yeah, I can't complain with what I saw, and yeah, job done.
Yeah, Alan, what was you surprised with the strong lineup that came out?
Not really, because I just feel now between now and the end of the season, we need to keep momentum going. So I wasn't too surprised, to be honest with you. You know, we've got 13 league games to go, and it's getting towards the end of the season now where the running starts. So I think he's doing what he needs to do is keep momentum and keep the confidence high. So making too many changes with kids on the pitch, you are taking a bit of a risk. And one thing about Luton, they will, you know, get in your face and fight for it. So, yeah, I was quite happy with the side.
Good. Alan, by the way, they said it's Bedfordshire, mate.
All right. Well, I'm just letting you know that I live with my girlfriend, literally about 5-6 miles away from there, so I do know where it's Hertfordshire, Bedfordshire.
But it is in Bedfordshire, mate.
Yeah, it's round the border. So
it says it in the stand. It says it in the stadium.
Oh, fine, mate.
Can't don't help him. For God's sake. Geography was not Alan's clearest best subject.
Okay.
Not geographically
Can we do a charity show for Alan and his negativity?
Yeah. It's near enough Harpenden, which is where I was. So there we go.
Oh, he's still arguing the toss out, even though he's got the pride of heart of Bedfordshire all over the damn stadium.
Mate. At least I've been to Luton, and so's Patrick. You are.
No, he's been Luton, just not this season.
I went when it was plastic pitches.
By the way, if anyone comes at me tonight with it's only Luton, the same Luton that drew with Liverpool, the same Luton that where Arsenal needed a last-minute winner to win. So, can we take away this it's only Luton crap right away, right now? Because every team struggled that have gone there. It's the first time all season they've been absolutely battered on their own ground. So yeah.
Do you get the sense? Do you get the sense? Do you get the sense that Luton had a little bit more of a eggs in the Premier League basket? You know, trying to stay up, especially now with Everton.
Oh, of course,
you know, having their deduction been trimmed. So,
thank you, Matt.
I just think them trying to progress in the FA Cup wouldn't have done them any favors in the league.
You're a legend. Well, they did rest a few, like we rested a few tonight as well. Fantastic win. Haaland played some great football. I'll be straight with you now. That is the best I've ever seen Erling Haaland play in a City shirt. And that, for me, even beat his Leipzig game for one simple reason. He was reincarnation of prime Harry Kane tonight in that game.
Yeah, he was. He's really improved his game coming back with getting the ball deeper. Really has.
Yeah, that tracking back and, you know, holding the ball up and feeding through. Like we saw glimpses of it in the second half of last season. And now you're starting to see, you're starting to see it come good. There's a few things that are sort of like history repeating itself now.
But I have got information on. I have had a text message on the Grealish situation that I will read out. There'll be more of an update tomorrow, but I've got a little update.
Is it bad or good?
No, just where we were at. Nunes rap is so not funny. Listen, Pardo, Alan just does not like the fella. And what we're trying to do, Pardo, is get Alan to give him at least a chance. And the trouble is, when he plays good, Alan says he plays crap. And we don't understand what game he's watching. Like he's watched a separate game somewhere.
He was okay today. He was okay.
It's just back to okay now.
Yeah, he was okay. But he's got a lot of... everyone in the pub were all going, oh, he's too lightweight. He gives the ball away, which he does at times.
Well, you can't expect him to get over that inside a season. I've said to you before, Alan, just give the kid time. I think end of next season is when we could really start putting an analysis. Like, is he progressing or will he continue to progress? That's the big question.
Yeah,
because if you're going to have an issue with him in the first season, then why didn't we have an issue in the first season with Sane? Why didn't we have an issue in the first season with Bernardo? Just to name a couple of players off the bat. That's just how it is. Let the kid cook. He's not going to be able to go prime midfield, you know, because he's not playing week in, week out. So just give the kid time. Patience is an option.
Can I say one thing? I mean, I've got to say, we came out of the traps really early, really quick, with a lot of hunger in our. And KDB, we'll start 3 minutes in. Nunes, lovely little run, lovely little ball reversed round to KDB. KDB across. Thank you very much. Haaland with his first one.
Yep. Good. And don't I know about it because Martin was on the phone straight away.
Let him to. One of them was a worlder. Let's come on. Listen, out of the 2 goals conceded, one was our fault. One was our fault. The other one, you are not stopping.
It didn't press. There was too much space, mate.
You can tell Alan has never played football in his life.
We did have a Cityitis moment, though, when it went 3-2, let's be honest.
Alan, a joke's a joke, mate, but you're making it harder. Come on.
All right, fair enough.
Joke's a joke, but
to be honest, mate, it would have been our city. It would have been our Cityitis if we'd shut the bed and just threw everything we were doing out the door after went 3-2.
Listen,
we kept doing what we did, and we answered them.
I'm all for a laugh, and I'm not having a go, but people in the chat are getting bored of the jokes now. So let's get serious.
All right, Martin. Okay. Say your point. Fair enough.
Kovacic's absolutely bagging the ball off. Listen, I thought Kovacic, he was part of the error for the Luton goal alongside Ortega. So thought Ortega was great other than that really sloppy kick out. which led
Yeah.
which put us under pressure.
I said in the group chat, though, he did make up for it, 5-10 minutes later with that double
No,
save.
that's what I mean. Other than that, he
Yeah.
was phenomenal. Yeah. And Kovacic,
I think it's all on him because that part that he was going for a shot, and if you actually look at a replay, it's like he decelerated his leg, and he's gone from in the moment, he's gone from just wanting to hoof at 50 yards to all of a sudden like, oh no, I'll just do a casual pass to Kovacic in negative space, and it was just you were just asking for trouble then.
I did, Stevie, but I was hoping it was Sunday, not tonight. I'm hoping we've left something in the tank for Sunday. I didn't really want the hammering to be the FA Cup game.
Yep. Scored 6-5 days early, Pep out.
Yeah, really. I'll take it was very good tonight. And obviously we go 1 up, and then quickly after we go 2-0 up. That combination again of KDB and Erling Haaland. Because by the way, as much as Erling Haaland scored 5 tonight, KDB got 4 assists.
It was brilliant. I thought, you take away Haaland, you would think, you would say that KDB was man of the match as far as the way he played. He was brilliant today.
Let's not forget, too, their second ball was all started from a long pass from Ortega.
Yeah.
So, again, another plus point. Never mind the mistake. People gloss over that because it happened at the start of the game.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's a really good point. I mean, 18 minutes in, 20 minutes, we're 2-0 up, we're in dreamland, and we're thinking, yeah, absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And then, shock of all shocks. Well, we'll come on to it. We will come on to that little part beforehand. But obviously, we're 2-0 up. Great finish from Haaland again. Man looked hungry. Really, really hungry. And then we go 3 up. Now, I didn't realize VAR was in action tonight. I thought
all Premier League grounds should have it.
No VAR.
No, but all Premier League grounds have it.
Yeah, I know. But I wasn't sure because I don't know where.
If you're Championship or lower, they don't have access to it.
Yeah, I can't remember where it was where I read it that there was no VAR. But anyway, the simple fact of it was that obviously there was VAR. I don't know if it was me, but at first glance on the third goal from KDB, from Haaland, KDB again with a lovely ball again. Haaland off his man, and I'm like, oh, was he offside? Because first glance I'm thinking he looked a yard. I thought he might be a yard. Lovely finish over Krull. Absolutely beautiful finish.
He could have scored. He could have scored about 8 goals tonight. How many 1-on-1s did he make? He missed 2 1-on-1s, didn't he? So bin him
off, bag of shit.
Stick him out back all yellow.
Yeah.
It was. I'm glad to see he's got those amount of goals because that'll lift his confidence no end. So it'll be brilliant.
Best performance in the Viking. I just think overall that he was phenomenal tonight, as was KDB.
Yeah. The pair of them were brilliant. I thought tonight they stood out big, long way.
I just think he was coming back. He was dropping into the midfield, winning the ball, holding it up. I mean, 2 of the first goals, he held up himself. The ball back to goal, he holds it up, lays it off, turns and goes. And you're like, hey, whoa, hello. And that's what I mean. I think I mentioned this last weekend of he's adding to his game. He's getting better as an all-round footballer.
Yep.
And I think if we see that more next season, more regularly, you can basically look at it and say that's what we would have expected from Kane. It's just coming about 2 or 3 seasons later.
It's a great point, Scott. Mate. Do you think we've played better without Alvarez the last 2 games? Regardless of conceding.
I think we're always going to because I think the kid just needs a rest. He's got to be up there with Edison and Rodri as most minutes played this season, especially in the league.
He's
has to be. I think this. Yeah, sorry, Alan. I think they're setting him up like they did last season. Played really well through half 2/3 of the season, and then just because obviously the 6 months added on with playing at River Plate, brought him back in, and he played a super sub, and he was fantastic in a bunch of games coming off the bench. So you feel like it feels like deja vu. I think they're slowly going to start getting back to that control 11 again. And then he'll come in as that super sub just to play in the spaces and get the passes through to against tired opposition.
Yeah.
Can I just say, by the way, there is 272 people on tonight. If you can smash that thumbs up, because the more likes, the more thumbs up, the more people, it grows your channel. It's not our channel, it's your channel, as we try and get to 5,000 subscribers by May 2024. So every little helps. No, we're not a Tesco advert, but it is free. It takes 20 seconds to do.
And big up everyone coming over from the old B Road as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. I love the fact all City channels are just supporting each other. It's really, really good. We get the third goal. Was you thinking we were through then, Alan?
Yeah, well, once we went 3-up, I thought, well, good, as long as we don't get sloppy, which I hate to say it, we did a couple of times. So, but you know, we let them back in, didn't we? We did let them back in. You've got to admit that by not concentrating. But you know, we responded brilliantly, and you can't argue with that.
Yeah, no, it was. And then Jack gets the ball, tries a little reverse round the corner. It was a strange one because I thought Jack was really, really good.
Yeah, he was
absolutely superb.
I feel for him tonight. I feel for him badly.
And by the way, I think Docky was excellent when he come on. So before anyone goes, oh no, to that Docky was excellent when he come on. His tracking back tonight was exceptional.
Martin, did you get the sense in the second half we were playing a really compact formation? We didn't expand the pitch. I mean, obviously it's a slightly smaller ground, but we didn't expand the pitch. Roger, I think if you go back and have a look at Doku, his heat map looks like it was more towards central midfield or left central midfield. He didn't spend anywhere near as much time. Well, at least I didn't feel like he spent as much time out in the wings. We did seem to play very, very compact in the second half, especially.
He played narrow, didn't he? He played narrow.
Yeah, we played very narrow. Yeah.
Yeah. It was thing, but obviously Jack goes off. The guy was in tears, absolute tears going off. Yeah. Foden had to go over and look after him. I will tell you now, it was his choice to play tonight. So I know we're all having a pop at the medical team, but Jack told everyone he was fit. The message I got 10 minutes ago was, he was spot on all week. He was okay to play minutes at the weekend, was training fantastic. Sunday, then the same yesterday. Think he's worried about being forgotten about in his eyes and head. Yeah. Great's not too bad. We'll have more updates tomorrow. Think Jack's got this thing in his head at the minute by the sounds of it of, if I don't play, they're going to forget me. Pep's making comments in the press about him needing to be playing and back. So I think he probably rushed himself back a little bit.
He could have done more damage than tonight, couldn't he?
I mean, I don't know. That's the info I get. I don't know if that's true. Again, I don't know. I don't know what the medical staff have said. What? I don't know. Could be, for me, I would like to think the medical staff would also say, hey, let's be honest with us. But if Jack's telling everyone is fit as a fiddle, there's not a lot you can. I'm gutted for him.
I am as well. We need him. The thing is, Martin, we do need him. We do need him, in my opinion. Keeping in the big games against the Arsenals, the Liverpools, the Man Uniteds, the Champions League, we need to keep the ball. And that's what he's very, very good at. And he is good at keeping the ball and taking us up the pitch. He's brilliant at it. And I'm absolutely gutted for him. I was fucking really upset when I saw him crying tonight.
Formidable. What do you mean Grealish should look more after his health in the summer? Because I know what you're meaning by that, and it has nothing to do with why he's injured. I don't know. I'm just trying to double check. What do you mean by he needs to? Are you saying because he's going out partying? Because Haaland goes out partying in the summer.
Yeah, with him.
So I don't get that part. He's injured, mate.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing, but I don't know. For me, I think this is a good opportunity now for maybe Oscar Bob to step up. Yep,
he'll have to be, won't it? And the players need to get round Haaland and make sure he's okay. And the manager also needs to, speak to him and talk to him and give him encouragement. You know, because if he feels that way, that is down communication with the manager and the staff and the players to make sure he doesn't feel that way.
Yeah. I mean, Scotty Bell, come on. We shouldn't be joking about some guy crying on the side injured. Come on.
No, he's upset. He wants to play, doesn't he? He wants to play the team, and he's worried about for his place.
Poor guy. I just feel like he can't buy a trick at the moment, you know.
We've got to back him now and hope he gets right. Because listen, everyone was worried when KDB was injured. Because everything said the same. Because I know, remember, Alan and Pat, a lot of fans were KDB shouldn't have started against Burnley. Well, why is he started him?
To be honest, Alan and I said he should have gone for the surgery straight after the Champions League final. But
we did.
The medical team said he was fine. Then we got to take their word for it. But you look back on it now, and yeah,
I love this from Elliot. We're going to bounce into Sunday now. Also, our support has to be there from the get-go. No excuses. We get that shark going now. Love that. Let's get that shark going.
Yep.
Spam sharks in the chat. Come on. Let's get these sharks going. Let's get these sharks going. Chroma be spot on. I mean, and then obviously it makes the subject goes off. Doku comes on. And they scored an absolute worlder. I know Alan's going to tell me all Nunes turned his damn back. But what a strike.
Yep. Top bins. Can't do much about that. In fact, if you look at the replay, there was a handful of City fans behind the goal actually applauding the shot. So there's ones that you just can't touch, and that was one of them. So, yeah, fair play. Good shot. Good on you.
That was a great podcast, Pardo. And, yeah, Nick Harris got owned. Was he? Grealish even commentator said he wasn't involved. Give over Scotty Moll. If you don't understand the connection between Nunes, Grealish, and come on, that's your dislike of Grealish, that, mate. Come on, it's your opinion, but it's your dislike of him. And you know you dislike him because you've said it before you don't like him. But, I mean, Alan, how can you say anything else other than that was a great strike?
I just thought when the ball came out to the City's box, but initial movement, we were too deep. And we didn't press anyone from Luton at all, including obviously the goal scorer, to put pressure on him. We just stood there, and then that's when Nunes turned his back on it. But we've got to press the ball, even when they were defending. I just think we switched off. And got casual.
Can I say one thing? As a former coach, that's what you tell people to do. Because the idea is you don't let them bring the ball into the box. The idea is if they're going to shoot, you make them shoot from distance, and something great's got to happen.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it was a great shot. But if you watch it again, which I know you will today, Martin.
I have done, mate. I watched it twice, and I disagree with you.
I just felt when the ball came to my actually shouting in the pub, pressing, and it wasn't just him; it was about three of them, and we did do it, and because we were switched off at the end of the first half. I thought we were switched off.
Because from 25 yards out, plays don't tend to close down that quick like that, Alan.
I mean, you know where I'm coming from, don't you?
From 10 yards out, 100% I get you, but from that distance, it's all right, have a pop, see if we get it. Yeah. And he got it. You know yourself, 9 times out of 10 on them shots, they're going either Rose head or the goalie's getting it.
Yeah.
It was just one hell of a strike. And sometimes you got to put your hand up and go, one frigging hell of a strike that was.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just another stick you want to beat Nunes on the head with, really.
No, it's not. It's not. Martin, it's not. The defence is the collective thing. They've got to push forward if they need to. I just thought if they scored in the beginning of the second half, here we go again, and we all our heads went, oh, here we go. Every one of us in the pub. But they scored the second.
I want Nunes to play against United. I would not be adverse to Nunes playing on Sunday at all. Thought he did very well. A little bit of both. It looks like FIFA. We rushed him back. He rushed himself back.
Well, I'm disappointed. I'm devastated for him, actually. Gutted, because I know he feels under pressure.
Ooh. Yeah. Bournemouth are out.
Yeah.
Listen to it was the unofficial partner podcast. I'll send it over in the group chat. Really, really good. Really, really good. Stefan owned Nick Harris. Owns him. Obviously, half time, we go in 3-1. Come out. And yeah. Now, Alan, you were upset with the first 10 minutes of the second half, wasn't you? Tell me why.
I just think we weren't pressing that and stopping them from playing. I thought at times our pressing game over the last few weeks have been a bit lackadaisical, and we're a bloody good side when we press hard and don't give them room. And again, our defence was sloppy when they scored a second, because it was our fault, the second one. There's no question about that, with the goalkeeper and our midfield. I just thought we were a bit lackadaisical beginning, because we knew they would come out and have a go, because one more goal from them, and there's a lot of pressure on City then. But I am pleased that City responded in the right way, and they did. We can't argue with that. But at times our defence can, I think, and the team can be too lackadaisical with our pressing. We need to make sure because if we do that against a Liverpool or a Manchester United or an Arsenal or a good side, we're going to get punished. We can't do that or we switch off.
Pat?
Yeah, look, I think the start of the second half, you could tell there was a slight little drop in tempo, because certainly after they went 3-2, then we started to pick it up again. So I think maybe we're just a little bit slow out of the blocks, but if Ortega doesn't decide to just do that lackadaisical pass and then just hoofs it 50 yards up to Erling, then what's not to say that we could have gone 4-1 up? So it's just a mistake there that was made, and I think it maybe gave us a bit of a jolt, got us back into life again in the second half, and that's the thing. It's like we stuck to our game plan of what we did in the first half. So even when a few of the guys in our Sydney Blues group chat, we were a bit like, oh god, 3-2, da da da. I just said to them, we keep doing what we're doing. We're going to bag another 2 or 3, and I was right. So I don't think it was too much to get. It was something not to get too much on your high horse about, but it's just I like the way we responded to the mistake that we made at the back. So I was okay with it.
Just let you know that Newcastle won on penalties.
Yeah, against Blackburn.
Yeah, but I'm not scared about them. They're absolute bag of shit.
No, feel sorry for Blackburn, but
Charlie, thank you for renewing your membership for the 6th month. You are a superstar. Thank you for being so generous, mate. Drinking has nothing to do with it. I think Doku is really learning and really quickly. He's dropping back and more. He had one. Yeah, I think Doku was excellent when he came on tonight. Don't think he did out wrong. Really, really good. He needs to change his lifestyle. I don't understand how he's going out drinking. It's become a growing problem. Maybe if fans weren't dickheads on social media, he'd have a bit more confidence.
Yeah.
If I'm getting bashed on social media week in, week out, I know I've got no confidence.
I think the only time he goes out drinking is when he's on holiday.
Exactly.
The season.
He doesn't go out drinking during the season. I don't know where we get this from. I go party with my mates. I drink one beer, they go for 10. So hang on, formidable. When Erling Haaland goes out to Ibiza and gets pissed, is that okay?
Yeah. Well, if it's at the end of the season, I'll say, well done. You deserve to go and do that. But I have not seen him do that during the season at all. Now he's got a living girlfriend as well. They ain't doing it. He just ain't doing it. So it's a load of bullshit. So people making those comments are out of order.
See,
I just can't believe the ridicule he's gone under. And the guy had his bloody house robbed too. How would you feel if your house got robbed and then people just start rinsing you on social media?
I think the whole thing
absolute no correlation to it. It's just an irrelevant and low blow attack at somebody. I think it's absolutely pathetic when people do it.
Think of it. He didn't start the season well because he was injured. Then he come back, got re-injured. Then he got in. Then he wasn't playing. He was out the side because everyone was telling him he was shit. And Doku was the next best thing, and he should leave the club because Doku was amazing. Then it was the injury. Then Pep's been popping at him more. I don't know if it's popping at him and encouraging him for the last 3 weeks. but Pep keeps making comments about him. So then he's going, right, I need to rush back here to prove everyone wrong. So it's become a circle because people have just lost faith in the guy. He's not done out wrong.
Just all I'll say is just look back. With him in the side last year, we won 5 trophies. We won the treble with him, and he was brilliant. So why on earth are people having a go at him? We won the treble. We won the treble with Jack Grealish. End of.
Simple thing, Alan. It's the bloody price tag.
I love it. I'm loving
It's
all
the
these
price tag.
sharks. Let's go.
And people won't admit that, but that's what it will be.
Well, it's not Jack's fault, though, is it?
No.
It's Aston Villa and Man City.
And we decided to get him because we couldn't, with the same money, we couldn't get another player in Harry Kane. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've gone for a different dynamic. We stuck with the false 9 and it worked. We won a league title. So,
listen, it's just an unfortunate thing. We move, it will in, and he'll get back. But this is the time when we've got to get behind the guy, not hang him out to dry.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, they've got this Doku's not been playing brilliantly in the last.
He was great tonight, Alan. Scotty, don't do that. Because your comment was, Scotty, super me ass. Stop it. Because you know where that chance come from, Scotty Moll. Don't you be doing that, Sunshine. You know exactly what you were doing with that comment earlier with the super part. You know we sing Super Jackie Grealish. Look, Andy's here. He's another one like you. 2 brilliant goals by Luton. And then obviously we go 4 up. Like you said, 3-2. The mistake by Ortega and Kovacic. Because Kovacic was trying to do scorpion backflips for some weird reason. I don't know what he was doing that for. And Clark again, just bang. Lovely finish. 2 great finishes from him tonight that Andy's spot on with. 2 great finishes. But, nah, we weren't dicking around for much longer because KDB's went back up the other and went, thanks. Chung Chung. It's 4-2. See ya. Good night, Vienna.
Do you know what it reminded me of a little bit, Alan? Alan and Martin, the Stoke 7-2 match.
Yeah.
Conceded a couple of goals and then De Bruyne gets pissed off and says, right, I'm taking this thing by the scruff of the neck, and away he goes.
Yeah, he is. He was brilliant. KDB to me was man of the match.
I love this from Matt Lunder. City have been pacing themselves very well this season. Early March till May, they look to peak. It could happen again.
Well, let's hope he's right.
Loving the Sharks. Look at it. And that's just Alan when he comes into anyone's bedroom.
Should change your name to Martin Jaws.
No,
you should change your name to Martin Jawsfield.
Yeah, I would start Nunes Andy because I thought he was good tonight.
Hey, Andy Turner's there. Marty sent me a text yesterday about the Super League. Oh, you should have seen it. Oh my God. Here we go. Hey?
Sorry, I thought we were talking about Luton.
All right, fine. It's coming. It's coming.
You know, when Andy jokes about him going over to 9320 podcast, it might actually no longer be a joke soon. Stevie MC at Nunes was insane today. Superb. Alan, you're in the minority today, mate.
I know. Well, this is about not agreeing with everybody, mate.
It is. It's about opinions and agendas, and you've got both. Hello, ladies and gents. Nailed it. I've enjoyed looking at attacking teams this season. A great watch, to be fair. Result is just a plaster of bad performances. I hope we do our thing from now on. 4-2 soon became 5-2. That man again. 3 minutes later. I don't know how to describe him tonight because if anyone needs drug testing after the game, it's Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've obviously got a big plate of metal in my leg. I reckon he's got metal all under his skin. The bloke's a bloody machine.
Well, that should lift his confidence after what he's had last few weeks. So that good for us. It's good for us all around.
Can't believe anyone got Nunes starting, but he was guffed tonight. What game was you watching, Ander? Not the
You got to
same
look at the
on
response. You got to look at the response time to. You got to look at the response time to when they scored their goal to ours. So they within 6 minutes of them scoring that goal to go 3-2, we were already back. It was already what 5-2. That speaks volumes to me.
Nunes won't start this weekend because Foden will play. That's fact. So,
well, here's a question for you all: would you play Bob instead of Doku on Sunday?
Yes.
But I thought we're saving that for Thursday night.
We'll go into that more on Thursday night when we do our
Yes.
derby preview special.
Yes, Martin.
I'm trying to get Cass on from Never a Foul to come and do the United rep him.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So I'm trying. I finally managed to get the 2011 City.
Just go back to Jack. Hang on. Just go back to Jack Lee's comment, please.
But you and Jack are always like that. Jack doesn't deny it though. Jack knows that.
Yep.
Would like to hear Harris and Stefan, whose podcast was it? It was on. I'll tell it you now. It was on. It was a great podcast. Absolute wonderful podcast.
I'll leave a link in the I'll leave a link in the comment section after the show, mate.
Right, cheers, mate. It was on. It was called Unofficial Partner Podcast. The Unofficial Partner Podcast. It's on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, etc. I feel Pepper's alluded to not being happy with Jack's progress. Are you not being fit attitude? Nothing has changed. He needs to perform. I thought he did well today when he was on.
Yep.
He did well in the Champions League before he got injured as well, if I remember rightly. He was fucking brilliant. And then he got injured and was disappointed. I just think the medical team needs to throw some balls and say, no, you're not playing. And it is their responsibility.
Ed, thank you for your 199. It's coming. We are ready to attack. Haaland, the robot. Love it, mate. Thank you for your lovely contribution, your kind contribution. Sharks will be feeding on Sunday. Cannot wait.
I really hope you're right.
Blood in the water.
Yeah.
18 unbeaten. Time for another Goldfish City in Crisis video. And then Mateo Kovacic decided, bollocks to you, Haaland. I'm getting in on the scoring of action now.
Well, that's one area of his game that he needs to do more of, and that's have a shot and score a few goals.
True, Alan. I just don't think he gets himself in that position all that often, though, or as often as we'd like him to.
It's an area in his game that he can improve because, let's face it, when Gundogan first joined, he was the same. He wasn't that far, but then he put that into his game. So
yeah.
Hopefully,
well, I think to be honest, though, he did have to drop back a bit because of the injuries that he brought along with him from when he signed from Dortmund. So he was an amazing box to box at Dortmund, and then with the whole problem with his knees, and then he's back in Pep's first season, did set him back a bit, but he just became a more intelligent footballer, and maybe we might see the same from Kovacic as well. I just think there's a player there that's technically gifted, and as time goes on, maybe he will develop a football intelligence as good as what Gundogan had.
Yeah, I can't see you.
He's not putting a foot wrong at the moment, mate. Yeah,
I know. He did well today. I thought that was all right.
I mean, apart from the pass, but then again, I mean that to me that's more of that's on Ortega than it is on Kovacic. So. But apart from that, he was good all round. And credit, John Stones got the assist for Kovacic's goal as well. Again, if it wasn't for Haaland, it wasn't for KDB. John Stones had another brilliant game as well today too. The way he's just able to pick up that space in midfield, and then if he just had a few more yards of pace, he'd be through on goal as regularly as Haaland was. How many times was he bombing forward today? He was almost like he was. You know what he was? He was a false five. How many times did he bomb forward on goal there? And he almost, if he'd been a bit quicker, he probably would have had an opportunity to score 1 or 2 goals himself.
Yeah,
that's John Stones now. He's a false five, mate. He's a.
Look at your WhatsApp, but don't read it on air.
I can't because I'm actually on my phone, mate. Because my laptop.
Read it afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I thought you told me. Okay.
I'll send
I'm on my phone doing this. So.
But anyway, no. So Kovacic, nice finish. Johnny Stones with the setup. Johnny Stones. Whew, was you surprised he played tonight?
No. Because even though you think like, with his injury history, I don't want him to play every 3 days, but when he hasn't got any health issues and that, he's primed to play every 3 days. I know every time he sets foot on the pitch, we're always worried, like, is he going to have something else that's going to set him back for 6 to 8 weeks? But the guy's ready to go. The guy's one of our prime core players that it means so much to us over these last few seasons and that. So, when the guy has an opportunity to play and play as often as he can, then you've got to, because he's so important to the squad when he does play. So, I think if you look at it, I think now we're in a position where, and Pep's in a position where he can put his best players tactically in for the right fixtures. Like you're definitely going to start Rodri, Foden, and John Stones in, for the derby, for Anfield, and for Arsenal. You're not going to play him for Copenhagen. I just can't see him playing for Copenhagen. And depending on who we draw in the FA Cup for the next round, which I believe is tomorrow, is that right? Draw for the FA Cup is tomorrow. Yeah, depending on who we draw in the FA Cup, it might be an opportunity to rest John Stones as well. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, by the way, Blue Art, we were coming to that because I'm so far behind in the comments. We were coming to the John Stones situation because he was phenomenal again tonight. As I thought,
he was. I didn't say it in the last show, but he was my man of the match against Bournemouth.
I thought
it was just fantastic.
I'm struggling to see who had a bad game tonight. I can tell you players who had a bad moment. Well, there isn't a player who played bad tonight.
What matches have we had this season where it was hard to find somebody who had a bad game? I mean, Old Trafford was probably that. Everybody was amazing that day. Who else was there? I thought Spurs were in the cup. Everybody had a great game as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't had many.
How are you?
What up? Can you guys hear me?
Good, mate. Yeah. Good. Just checking out your new background there.
Yeah, it's press conference time. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I know the Etihad Stadium experience has taken a downfall, hasn't it?
just while Vader's giving us his starts, sent you what I sent Alan in the chat. Pat, if you want to read.
All right.
Go on, mate. What did you think then of the game, mate?
Oh, man. It's exactly what we needed. This game is exactly what we needed. We saw Pep trust in players based off of that 11, and I love seeing who he had start. I love seeing how strong our bench looked because of the trust that he gave those players. And then whenever we have a chance to give Rodri a little bit of kick up your feet, observe the game, rest those legs because you're going to be needed, I'm always going to be a happy City fan. So the performance from the very beginning to the end, I know for a full 90, there's going to be points that we can kind of critique. And I'm actually not too upset about the goals because sometimes when it's too easy, Martin, as coaching, you have something to now criticize the players on. You have something to remind them, like, you can't afford to do this when we play United on the weekend. So, like, all in all, I was really happy with it. And again, it hurts a little bit that those goals don't count towards the league. Overall, they do, but not towards the league itself. But I'm really happy to see Haaland and KDB bounce and show what that partnership's all about.
There is a reason why we're doing this to Alan. Me and Pat know. Me and Pat know exactly why we're doing that. Unlucky, Alan. Unlucky.
I've read the text as well.
Unlucky, mate.
Yeah.
Got a bite. I've got a big one.
Vader, how are you, mate?
How you doing, Alan?
I'm all right, mate.
Martin Jawsfield. There's a shark.
Talk about Haaland. Vader. Come on.
You know what? So I need to purge a few of the group chats that I'm in because I'm in one with, and it's fellow Americans, but it's got rivals in there, and they want to tell me that Kane is better than Haaland, and I'm like, Kane is good, he's been good, but he wasn't this good at 23. And what
Exactly what I was going to say.
And the difference also is like there's something about, you hear Liverpool fans, they want to talk about aura, presence. We saw this. This was evident when he first came on the stage and there was the announcement about him. And there was a little press conference asking him about, his love for City, his expectations for the upcoming season, his absolute hate for Man United. And that isn't with that's with Haaland, but it isn't with Kane. Like that type of energy, that type of like focal point. Haaland from the very beginning coming to our club, and I've called him a cyborg, not a robot, because he's part human, part robot. And what he does, we haven't seen before. We honestly haven't. And it's just, and I think credit to his dad, because again, when you have the advantage of witnessing a father that's had a career and can pass on the wisdom on, here's what I did wrong, here's where you can improve, here's the difference that you can make. I think he's just taken that and ran with it. And he's so laser focused to be a scorer, and that's all that I want. You can have your debates about complete player. He's working on that. He's 23. But in terms of a goal scorer, I love the focal point that we have, and we've all been spoiled. I'm just going to talk about the last striker we had. But we can even go back before Aguero. We can talk about how we were spoiled with the GOAT. To go from Sergio, and we know how dangerous he was, to have Haaland, and this is year 2 for Haaland, 8 hat tricks. I can't say enough about him. I can't say enough about Haaland. And it's also a little bit, I get it why Pep is trying to figure out where to find Alvarez, because Alvarez is of quality as well, but he's not Haaland. So
yeah, I think most fans out there would probably say we love Haaland bagging as many goals as we can, but as his game progresses and becomes a more well-rounded player, then you want to look at it and you think, okay, 50 goals a season is great, but I think it'll stand out more as a player if he was one of those ones who could bag 35 goals with 15 assists. Becomes more of a team player. I think if he becomes more well-rounded, I just think he'll be remembered as much for that as a well-rounded player as he has just been a prolific goal scorer.
I think
I don't know if Cristiano and Messi are sort of responsible for that, but that's what you need to. That's what I think great players are determined by, how well-rounded they are, just as much as they are about hitting the onion back.
I think Kane is more of an all-round footballer than Haaland.
He's grown into that,
yeah. And Haaland is a dynamic goal scorer. Okay, he's certainly got more pace than Kane, definitely. But Kane's, eye for a pass and eye for setting things up is better than his.
Yeah, Kane's got a better football brain, Alan. Yeah, I think we can agree on that. Yeah,
definitely. So
go on, mate.
No, I just think that Haaland's got. If he's improving where he's weak, and improving in his areas of coming back and getting into the game and looking around and lifting his head and having a look, I think he needs to improve on his right hand side.
Yes.
On his left hand side he's lethal, but on his right hand side, that's when he takes the ball and goes on the right hand side, he's not as ruthless there as he is on the left.
Everyone's congratulating. Great.
Yeah, Alan, you're right about saying he needs to score more on his right hand side. You remember that missed opportunity he had early in the Bournemouth game where he was throwing goal and he should have curled around with his right foot, but he's just a little bit too heavy footed on the left, on his left side.
Well,
sorry,
you're right. He's got areas of the game where he needs to improve, where Kane is already there as far as that is concerned, but Kane has no pace, zero pace.
No,
just a very good football.
Kev Brunsden's can't understand why City fans can't see how crap Grealish is. slows the strike down, 3 yards forward, 6 yards back and sideways, because that's what Pep wants.
Yeah, that's exactly what he wants.
He wants the controlled football. Bit quicker, but I thought Jack was doing that perfectly, mate.
Kevin talking rubbish. Sorry.
It's his opinion, Alan.
No, wrong. He's wrong.
Apologies, Kev. Your opinion, mate. But no, man. I read it out earlier, DC, about the Jack stuff. Just saying that it was just some. He was spot on all week. He was okay to play the minutes at the weekend. He was training fantastic Sunday. Then same yesterday. Think he was worried about being forgotten about in their eyes or in his own eyes. Pray it's not too bad. Have more of an update for you tomorrow. That was the update on it. Section, I swear some City fans need to go to Specsavers.
Well, half of this chat has, or 3/4 actually.
Well, Willis, we've all got decent internet, unlike you tonight.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Well, then that's all that matters.
We can't see you that well. You're a bit fuzzy.
You're very fuzzy.
Alan sees the ticket.
That was your
way.
He's back. No, he's not.
Danny Wilson now has my email, Alan.
Does it? Good effort. Well done.
Kane was nowhere near this level. He was. That's a great point, Andrew. He was not near this level when he was on loan at Leicester. You are spot on. Kane is Magnolia on a paint chart. Kev Brunston, tell Pep you know better than him, sorted. Mark Foggy attacked me first. He asked for it. Well, what's going on here? Can we all calm down in the chat? Don't change, Alan. There are a few who do agree with your opinions. Small few. Small few, Alan.
All right, fair enough.
You're still in the minority, mate.
And that was...
And you know exactly what I mean by that. Because you know disagrees with Alan the most? Pep Guardiola.
No,
whose opinion matters the most? Pep Guardiola.
Pep Guardiola.
So it doesn't matter what we all think about players. This is what makes me laugh. It's what Pep thinks.
Maybe Alan doesn't have the direct view to the screen in the pub. Like maybe he's on an angle, so he doesn't quite.
I am slightly on the right. I
usually
usually sit on the right-hand side of the TV screen, mate. That's where I usually sit.
And usually on the right.
And I wind everybody up in the
Trust
pub.
me, we're all still trying to figure out Alan's bloody angle.
Yeah, I wind everybody. Patrick's seen me in the pub, so he knows what I'm like.
Yeah, but I've also seen your guys bloody mob you as well too, and you get it absolutely awfully wrong.
Bournemouth away, like was it a couple of years ago when Sterling scored that last minute winner.
He spent bloody 40 minutes just slagging off Sterling, then he bags an absolute beautiful goal, and he just gets absolutely mosh pitted.
By the way, can I just say something we haven't talked about tonight? The away fans were outstanding again tonight.
Fantastic.
Outstanding.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant.
There is no coincidence we have got the best away record in this country right now. In the whole of the Premier League, we have got the best away record. We have won 16 out of 18 matches in all comps. I'm going to say that again for all the haters out there. 16 out of 18 games we have won. We drew the other 2. We have not lost a game since the 6th of December.
No, we lost one, Wolves, mate.
Yeah, we did.
That horror one against Wolves.
No. We haven't lost since the 6th of December.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the 16 out of 18. I thought you were saying
No, the 16 out of 18 is since the 6th of December.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Sorry. I thought you were talking about like total away games or something, yeah. No, that's all right.
16 out of 18.
Yeah.
Since the 6th of December, we played 18 games. We've drawn 2, won 16. Don't ever come to me of any team being the informed team. Just don't do it. Don't embarrass yourself anymore. Because you're embarrassing yourselves. Don't give me this one-sided rhetoric. Because you won 6 on the bounce. Whoop you do, great. When you've won 16 out of 18, sit down, come and have a chat at the big boys table. We'll pull up a chair. We'll have a chat. Damn, I'm so gutted for it. Judge Mowing on tonight. I'd have been on there.
Hey, Vader. When we scored that first goal tonight, within 10 seconds, Martin's ringing me. Ringing me, shouting, Nunes.
Perfect.
And Mo knows I'm
thing-
only joking.
one thing we didn't mention, by the
I
way.
was laughing. Hey?
One thing we didn't mention, by the way, the fourth goal. What about Kyle Walker's ball to Kevin De Bruyne?
Someone said Kyle Walker was garbage tonight. I'm like, whoa.
He made one little mistake early in the first half where he got dispossessed, like right on Luton's byline.
Yeah, I agree.
But apart from that, he was great. His recovery was good. His service was good. But that pass to get to De Bruyne to eventually offload it to Haaland was absolutely beautiful. I think he cut out about 3 or 4 players. Go back and watch the replay. Yeah. Kyle Walker's ball through De Bruyne for the 4th goal. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, agreed.
So the game was actually on if you had the basic sport channels, the FA Cup game was actually on. So those that you didn't need one of those premium apps or any type of premium buy to watch the game. So it was really good. I was happy to happy to do that, to be able to watch it.
Yeah, it was Paramount. It was Paramount Vader. It was Paramount Plus for us. And just like Paramount Plus does every time we play, before a ball's even been kicked, they're already talking about the cost of the bloody City squad. So I just put those guys on mute because they just never shut up about it.
Yeah. Classic. Classic. I think we've, and I had to leave a little early, but I was listening. I think to be able to have this game is great. I was when we talked about Pep's decisions, the fact that Foden got to rest was huge, right? And I saw this on the timeline on Twitter X. Foden's played the most minutes. Like Foden has played the most minutes, so for him to be able to rest was great. For Alvarez not to have to start as well, because Alvarez played a lot of minutes, and Rodri as well. Those 3 players in particular, and obviously the reason why Haaland and KDB don't have many minutes is because they've been injured. But Pep shrewdly rested those key guys, and whether all 3 of them will start, who knows? But we know that they're going to play a huge role in this derby that you guys will talk about on Thursday, right?
Well, given the fact that Rodri and Phil Foden managed to get arrested, I wouldn't call it arrest. I think it was paid leave for them, given the amount of minutes they've worked this season, given the amount of minutes they've played this season.
Yeah,
what you said,
having a week off for them must feel like off season.
We won 6 without Rodri and Phil Foden. I've always told you they were the frigging problem. Rodri just slowed it all frigging down. I told you this.
Hey, let's not forget the last derby we played at home. Rodri didn't even play.
Yes, they are having a 4th kit. Do think it's a bit too much. I do.
Wait, what?
Are you buying it?
I bought the 4th kit. Listen, I bought the 4th kit this year because I only bought one of the kits this year, one of the normal ones.
Yep. I put my hand up. I got the Chinese New Year kit as well, the Dragon kit. It's nice, actually.
Oh, is it still in stores out there?
Yeah,
it is in the stores. Yeah.
Okay, I've my old neighbor is heading over to catch the Champions League game, so I'm gonna.
Oh, Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Why aren't you coming?
I can't do it.
He's saving himself for preseason, aren't you, mate? You're going to the preseason.
I'm only just now comfortably able to jog. I don't know if I could.
Don't you be telling me you're going to Orlando? Don't you be pissing off down on the American tour, you? Don't be getting around it that way, mate.
Martin, don't tell me you're going to be in Orlando when the preseason's on, because you're going to Orlando, aren't you?
Yeah, in July. But
yeah, you might be there for preseason.
No. I'm not going to. Now, listen, it was strategically done, but shut up, Pat. Please be quiet at this point. I haven't mentioned it. Please, Pat, I'm begging you. She doesn't know.
Oh, man.
She doesn't know they're in Orlando. Shut up, Pat. Please, I'm begging you, mate.
It's all right, mate. I'm sure you could book a stopover in New York for a couple of days too. Or Columbus.
So
or Charlotte.
So amazingly.
They're all on the way to Orlando, mate. Don't worry.
City are literally going to the US on a preseason tour. Guess where I'm in July? Hi all.
God,
my son hasn't clicked. My wife hasn't clicked.
She will do now. She will do now.
No, she doesn't watch the show.
So what? So you'll be there sort of like the latter half of July.
You'll land and go, oh, guess what, love? The City are playing down here. She just got on now.
Listen, I don't know what's going on.
Who would have thought that? Never in a million years.
One minute. There's a lot going on in the chat that we're missing. I don't know what's going on in the chat. It's everyone's opinions. Every person in the chat will have a different opinion. The one thing about football is we're not all going to like the same players.
Yep.
Listen, me and Scotty Moll have been at it for 7 months on Jack Grealish. We're not going to agree. We agree to disagree. Alan hates Nunes. That's fine. Andy Turner isn't keen on Nunes. That's fine. It's opinions. I'm an happy clapper. I'm Mr. Positive. I know it. I had a DM last week saying I work for the football club. I mean, I don't, but apparently I do now because I'm so positive that I work for the football club. No. I just don't scare easily. I don't panic easily. That's all.
Couldn't imagine anyone.
Even Alan's accused me of being a bleeding paid off by the club. Alan genuinely asked me once, are you paid by the club? Are you trying to get a job at the club? I'm like, no.
So when do you start?
Listen, Patty's positive. It's just that some fans are different. Just as long as we don't get personal, because we're all a family. Why has Alan gone off the bloody channel again? Alan, has his tag gone off? Has his ankle bracelet gone off?
He's Asbo. Asbo Alan.
Martin, sorry, before you continue on, I had to jump on, talk about the game. I will do my best to join you guys on Thursday. I'm off dinner time with
Are
the
you
kids.
free soon? Because I'm going to do a space if you want to come and do it more on there, and you can be on the bout and just talk.
Yeah. Probably. I'm gonna need like an hour, but yeah, I'll join.
Yeah, I'm not starting for another 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, perfect. All right, I'll see you guys. Pat, Alan, Martin.
See you Thursday.
Mate, Games TV. Have you got any shows coming up before you jump?
Why Always Me tomorrow. I'm gonna work on the thumbnail tonight. Please just subscribe.
I'm at hospital. Sorry, mate.
No worries.
I can't share your stuff. I need to speak to you about that. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what Twitter did. It's made. I didn't change anything.
Twitter's put Vader on a no shares on.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, look out for me, and when you see the notification, you know that I'm live. But yeah, I'll have a show to Why Always Me tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, take care, mate. Vader Games TV, get over there, give them a lot of love. Mark Fogg, you absolute saint and scholar, gifted another 5 memberships out to the channel. Thank you so much. We are, promise you, after the international break, we are going to do some Q&As, extra videos for all your members out there. And we're also we've got loads of prizes coming up. Well, there's 222 people on. I might as well tell you all now. March the 22nd or 23rd, I will confirm it fully next week. Is going to be the Alzheimer's UK 12-hour special, where we will begin at 12 p.m. We will finish at midnight, and there is going to be all sorts of shows. City Extra coming on, Big Steve's coming on. We're going to start the Big Steve Main Road show with me and Big Steve talking about Main Road memories. That will kick off on that weekend. There is going to be a Man City 9320 pubcast coming on to do their own show as well. City Extra coming on, LB. I'm going to try and get Nobbins on. Obviously, Pat, Ozzy, Rich, and Alan will be in and out throughout the day. There's going to be the massive quiz where we give a £50 Manchester City gift voucher out to the winner, followed by a second prize of £25. And then we'll also give away the treble winning medal, as well as, what was the other thing giving away? There's loads. We've got so much, basically 12 hours of action-packed giveaways, Manchester City love and fun.
Guys, I'm going to do everything in my power to try and, because that'll be all night here in Australia, so I'm going to do everything in my power to stay up. So if I can stay up, guys, please give generously to Alzheimer's, because it is for a good cause.
You know it blew out. By the way, me and Alan have known each other for 5 to 6 years. Me, Rich, Pat, Ozzy, we're all mates, so don't worry about us. One thing we are going to try and do is get Alan to get a better internet connection at some point.
No, it's not. It wasn't that, mate. I'm getting phone calls from clients because it's the middle of the morning here and it's busy. So that's the reason why I dropped off.
Because that's Pep, mate. That is Pep Guardiola. This channel has really grown on me this year due to your amazing work, lads. W channel, love seeing you in LB. Thank you so much. That's what we're trying to do. We are trying to grow the
Thanks,
channel.
Tom.
Sorry, I'm on the phone. Sorry.
One day, I'd love you to fall off your chair live on camera. Can I just say, by the way, we have grown, and we're growing at quite a faster rate than we ever anticipated, and we just all want to say a massive thank you for all that. Yes, we do city stuff. We do serious stuff. We also have a bit of laugh and a bit of banter as well.
Yeah,
because it is the Mancunian way, and it's about having a laugh. We are proper blues match-going fans, apart from Alan.
Whoa, don't you go there.
Yeah, don't, because I've already
Hello?
emailed him. Danny Wilson has that email on his desk tomorrow morning, mate.
Yeah, well, if you do that, I'll be
I
very.
love how you classified me as a proper match-going fan.
You've been to more games than Alan. Anyway,
That's not difficult.
Oh.
Rich has been to more games than Alan. I want 10-0 on Sunday because we're a bit better than those rags. No, listen, we can't do it without you lot. And we just love it. And every little helps. We're a family. You'll see me on Nobbin. You'll see me with LB, City Extra, everything. I am also due to go on Hot Ones on City Extra at some point. Jesus, for me on Cities. So yeah, but yeah,
you trying to eat hot wings? Oh, God.
Yeah. Final thoughts.
There's not going to be a conflict of interest with that with your Chippy T out the front where you did your TNT video though. Because we know your sponsorships, mate. We know what you're on to.
I'm Chippy T that night.
Yeah, I know, but there's a method to your madness, mate. There's a reason why you decided to do that video out the front of bloody what is it? No, not Tonium Stadium, Chippy, Main Road Chippy. For all the TNT cameras to see.
Do you know what? By the way,
next time you do it, you'll be at the front of Northern Soul Grilled Cheese in North Quarter.
I hate that kit we played in tonight. I hate it.
Do you? Really? Okay.
I hate it.
It doesn't. Yeah, it only looks okay with the World Champions badge on there. For some reason, it just makes it a little bit better, but still not.
I think it looks dirty. It looks like a dirty kit.
Is there any truth in the rumours that we're trying to design a kit for the away kit next year, which is the one in 1999?
I knew he was going to ask this. How behind the times is Alan?
Well, are we definitely going to get that next year?
Yes, Alan.
They've been talking about it for months.
The third kit next season.
If they have a kit like that, that's the first. I'm definitely getting that. Definitely.
I mean,
technically, the Tron kit from the Formidable season, that really nice away kit with the navy with the stripes, the very thin stripes, that was a 20-year. That was an indirect 20-year anniversary kit.
But I mean that one there.
Yeah, they're looking at doing something related to that.
Yeah, well, I hope they do because I love that.
So the only problem then is they've got to be very careful because obviously they have to go through some sort of copyright with Kappa as well. But Puma's got so much influence now in the sporting market. I'm sure Kappa wouldn't have a problem, or I'm sure they'd come to some sort of financial agreement for it. But I guarantee you, if they did some sort of throwback to that thing will sell out in the first month.
Oh, well,
there'll be a backlog. From August. There'll be a backlog of orders still after Christmas.
Well, it'll make that every single City fan in the world will buy that. I'm guaranteed.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I think personally, the only shirt that would get more demand is if Puma decides to bring back the red and black sash. Red and black sash.
It's going to be. No, what there'll be is Matt Fogg. You can do. I'm going to do two things on this. You can I'm going to give you the link directly to the website for Alzheimer's. I'm not sure it's going to be Alzheimer's or Dementia UK yet. That's what I'm waiting on. I've emailed both to see which one would give us more help. Once I know that, I will send you I will put a link in here for the show. You can give direct to them or give direct to the channel. The only thing with the channel is YouTube takes 30 to 40% of any donations.
Do they? Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's what they all do with super chats. They take 35%. So what I then have to do is tax purposes. So what then I have to do is, because YouTube's in America, so what then I have to do is I put that back in, which I don't mind doing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do a just giving page because it's more for the charity, not a giving page or a GoFundMe is more for a person. And I could do it for my mum and dad, but I don't want to beg people to help my mum and dad. I'd rather beg people to help the disease than help my mum and dad, if that makes sense. Because you don't know my mum and dad. It's personal to me, not to you lot. And I know you all would, but I'd rather it go to the fight to try and find a cure for this awful disease.
Yeah.
Because yes, all the other cures, all the other diseases are horrible, but Alzheimer's, dementia doesn't have a cure, full stop.
No, it's awful disease.
And we need to try and find one.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm only joking, Lenny. We know he is.
Just so people, I saw a few comments that have asked him where I live. I live in Melbourne, Australia. Patrick lives in Sydney. Martin's in Manchester. I moved over to Melbourne in 2007. I've had a season ticket since 1971. I'm an old Main Road fan. So just so people understand where I am living now.
Do you know what, Blue Art? This is the best way I could ever say that. Fans should see the Mancunian way as your local online city pub. We're all mates and we're all enjoying city life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spawn, Blue Art.
And we love a drink at 8 o'clock in the morning over here because we're all raging alcoholics.
I did speak to Jordan. I am allowed milk. Right, final thoughts, gentlemen, on tonight.
Sorry?
Final thoughts on this evening, gentlemen.
Great way.
What a time to hit form and start scoring some goals. But again, I still think bagging 6 is 5 days too early. Look, you can't feel anything else other than confidence going into this week. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to Thursday night chat because I'm sure there'll be a lot of things that'll probably may bring up some nerves, but also will probably quash some nerves as well too. So yeah, look, mate, can't really ask for much more from those 90 minutes we had against Luton today. And you've got to feel confident going into not just the weekend, but this amazing yet tricky, March fixtures that we've got coming up. So bring it on, guys, because I think the machine is starting to purr now. We're looking pretty damn good.
Yeah, Alan.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the result today. One thing I'm pleased about is very simple. We're starting to score goals, which is we got our confidence back. Mr. Haaland's got his confidence back. So, KDB was brilliant tonight. So, all good. And going into March, we have to win the games in March to win the league. It's that simple. So, roll on the derby at the weekend.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I couldn't agree more. And City it's 6, but you won't hear much about it because it's only Luton. It's dog and duck, as Alan calls it.
The white horse.
The elephant and wheelbarrow.
You told me that. Tommy gets his news. You said Tommy gets his news from the white horse.
Yeah, he does. He sits at the end. Anyone who wants to find Tommy sits at the end of the bar in the White Horse pub on the bar stool. And that's where he
Alan, you should know who Tommy is then, because if he is the white horse up at bloody Bury and that, you should know everybody from Whitefield to Bolton, basically.
Well, that's it. Well, my old cottage up is the pub opposite is the White Horse pub near Bury. So
next time I'm up there, mate, I'm going to make a stop there just for you, okay?
Yeah, go in because they all know me. That and the Victoria, which is 50 yards away. So those two pubs are quite well known.
Yeah, fair enough.
I wish I could, Andrew. No one knows who he is. But anyway, thank you all for joining us. We'll be back Thursday night. Now, Thursday night chat, we normally have 3 topics. Bollocks to that. It's out the window, 3 topics this week. There is 1 topic, and there will be 1 topic only. It's Derby week, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll all be nervous before kick-off at the weekend because it is the Derby.
Mark Fogg, thank you so much. You're a generous person. I also want to say a big shout out to Muddy Duck, who has been dealing with some personal issues as well. So big up to Money Duck. We do miss you. We do hope you come back soon, mate. We do miss you, and we're all thinking of you and all asking for you. So it'll be great to get you back at some point, Money Duck.
Yeah.
Yes,
Speedy,
we'll
mate.
be in first base. In half past 12, I will do one for an hour.
Yep.
Alan's going to be normal on this one tonight.
Ooh.
No, he won't.
Has anyone seen Banksy and Tommy in the same room? Has anyone seen Alan and Tommy in the same room? You know, when Alan goes off camera, it's really Tommy sticking up his
Yeah.
Tommy tweeted.
I don't think it was Tommy who broke the news about us signing Nunes. So you can see what's going there.
So yeah, big up to everyone who's come over from LB. You and you, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by May, which is a lot, but we are literally now 1,648 away. There has been 1.2 thousand of you already on tonight's show, which is just outstanding. It really is. And we've actually had well over nearly 200 likes as well. So yeah, that's been amazing. Thank you to all. The show is growing is nothing without you people. And that's what this channel is about. The loons are on Twitter. I might nip in briefly. As long as you're wearing your briefs, Andrew, that's all right. Derbies always is now. Goldbridge meltdown Sunday. Listen, I'm going to talk about Thursday. Some United fans have already given up the ghost already.
Well, what's the one of the YouTube channels from United? He's had a meltdown already because he watched the game today. He was scared.
By the way, Scotty Mo, great idea. It is something we will plan if we can. Maybe we could organise a get together for a match or a drink somewhere. Just a thought, could be a laugh. We may do that. We might do a live as well for half an hour, so the people who are abroad can feel part of it as well. That could be an idea. We don't want to leave Alan out.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, no, that is a brilliant idea, Scotty Mo. Then I can teach you on the ways of Jack Grealish, mate. The best of Buddy Duck. Spot on, Juliet. Throwing the Sharks. I love it. Show's growing bigger, just like Setter. And it's nothing without. It's because of you guys. Best wishes to Buddy Duck. Saeed is flapping.
Yeah, yes, that's who Saeed was.
Michael Fina is working hard at the moment, but he is posting us everywhere across Facebook as well.
Yeah, yes.
Ozzy won't be around for the next week or two, possibly, because he is finally got a moving in date. So Ozzy may not be here for a week or two, but he will be back. So yeah, I think that covers everything. Thank you, Alan, for joining us, mate.
No problems. I'll get back to work now. And Nunes.
Lying bastard. Pat, thank you for joining us, mate.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Always a pleasure, and looking forward to Thursday night.
12:30, 20 minutes, Twitter space at Horsey Setter. We'll be on talking for an hour all about the game, because I know somebody wants to have a chat with Alan. Put him in his place.
Oh, well, I know who
waiting for you.
Someone, I thought they'd be lining up around the bloody block.
What time's the space?
Half 12. He's waiting for you.
Is he? Oh, yeah.
He's on his way back.
While I'm on here,
Don't say the name.
Patrick, I'll be in Sydney on next Thursday and Friday, and flying back Saturday. So me, Richard, and a certain Mr. Spencer Pryor will be meeting at the Manly terminus with a bar next to it. So if you fancy a pint, we'll be there.
Yeah, sounds good, mate. Yeah, just flick me the details on WhatsApp, and I'll work my schedule around it.
All right, mate. Good man.
Pat, cool. Does Ian Cheeseman know you're there? Well, I don't know. Does Ian Cheeseman know he's there, or does Andy know he's here?
Yeah.
By the way, do I get a loan fee for all this loading you out?
No, because you still haven't distributed out my business cards yet.
Business cards, cheeky bastard.
Just freelance moonlighting, yeah.
Look at me freelancing now. You're on the contract. Piss off.
Yeah. I asked you about getting paid before the Brentford match, and you just basically cold shouldered me.
Paid.
Yeah.
I paid.
Listen, he gets sponsored by Qantas. He gets sponsored by Qantas when he's staff.
Could you imagine if this show got sponsored by Qantas? Jeez, God Almighty.
Yeah, exactly.
Team, I guess it's FFFPPP season on the channels now. That's City warming up. Yeah, or City are just shit. Yeah, that's what it'll be. Big up Martin, Pat, and Alan. Thank you, Steve. We'll see you all Thursday night, 9:30, 10 p.m. I'll double check with the lads, but it will be a Derby special. Not Thursday night chat, Thursday night Derby. We will see you all Thursday night for a
Friday night for Patrick.
Bye all.
Hey, Rick.
See you,
I'll do a
Patrick.
short over the next
Hey,
day
mate.
about the quarter-final draw as well. But
Nunes.
no, I'll see you at half 12.
Nunes.
Bye all.
Nunes.
Bye all.